Want to have the coolest Halloween costume at your party? Let me show you how to make this.
To attempt to make a very cool alien abduction costume for Halloween. Let's go.
To make the UFO, go to the Dollar Tree. That's where I got all of my things. You'll need 2 white poster boards and 1 black one. We're going to make a giant circle the size of this entire thing. Cut it out. Try to stay within the lines as much as you can to make a nice circle, and then trace it on the other poster board and cut that into a giant circle so that you have 2 circles the same size. Then you're going to cut up just to the middle point so that you can fold this into a dome shape when it's time. But before we fold it into a dome shape, we're going to take some duct tape. You'll need a lot of duct tape, so get yourself a roll of duct tape. And we're going to tape just one side of each of these all the way along, but not where we cut. Now, I also found at the Dollar Tree one of those plate warmers. I think it's a lid you put over a plate of food to keep it hot. It looked perfect for the top of a UFO, so I grabbed that. I folded this into a dome shape and I taped it, and then I'm taping this plate warmer lid thing on top so that we really get that flying saucer effect. So just go along the edges. Here's what it looks like. Now we do the same thing to the other circle. Tape it from the top to the bottom. We're just basically doing this so we don't have to spray paint it, but also we want this to be sturdy. That's why we're using duct tape, to keep this sturdy, because we didn't use cardboard. You could use cardboard and just paint it, but I'm using duct tape. And now we're just gonna match these 2 pieces together and tape them with duct tape really good together. Folks, this isn't gonna look perfect, but it's gonna be dark when we go out to parties and trick-or-treating with our kids and whatever. So it really doesn't matter. You're gonna have this awesome effect though. To flip it around, and it sits nicely when you flip it around on that plate warmer plastic piece. So we're able to really tape it good on this other side too. Tape it from both sides. Now I found these lights also at the Dollar Tree, but they were $5 and they were in a Christmas section. So the Dollar Tree now has a $5 aisle, which is fine. You get a little bit better quality, but once we tape all those lights on around, look how cool this looks. And this is a battery operated light, so I'm just gonna flip it on and look at this. Doesn't that look so cool in the dark? So this is what it's gonna look like. But we also need to get an alien either put on top or around the sides. So let's go over to Canva and design something cool. I found this alien and I'm just going to print it off, cut it out, and just paste it along the side. And look what we have now. Aliens. There it is. Now we've got our black piece. I folded it in half and then folded it in a tube and taped it together so that it would be pretty sturdy. We will end up cutting that tube in half at some point, but for now, I just need to tape this tube on to the bottom of this UFO, or UAP as they say. So now it's taped on. Here it is. It doesn't fit on my head. It's not supposed to. It's not going on my head. You could do that though. If you wanted to do that, you'd have to measure your head first before you do the tube part. Look how cool. It's coming along. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's going to give us that effect we want on Halloween night and for the parties. So I found these dowels, these wooden circular sticks at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents each. I bought 3 of them. This is a very cheap and easy DIY costume, but it does take some time. So all I'm doing here is just laying it on its side, and I'm just kind of measuring, and I decided I needed to cut that tubing in half. Of course I did. So I cut the tube in half, the black piece. It sits a little bit lower, but with those sticks in, it's going to hover right above our head. It's a great length because these sticks are going to go into a backpack. And I'll show you that in a second. Mine is actually kind of like a camelback backpack. I filled the bladder up of that camelback with water so that those sticks really stayed in place, but you've got to figure out how to secure it into a regular backpack if that's what you're going to do. You might consider using like the floral foam. I did try that, but it didn't work at first. But this is my water backpack, like my camelback. and it's gonna just strap to me. But before I do that, I need to tape these wooden pieces in really, really good. So be very generous with that duct tape. We don't want anything falling off. Your UFO might lean a little bit when it's on you, but we don't want it falling off. So be sure to just keep taping. I bought about 3 rolls of duct tape from the Dollar Tree. If I had just had a big, more expensive roll, that would have been better. Okay, this is the Camelback. And I'm just going to stick it in there. I've got that full bladder that they fill up with water so that those sticks can stay in place. But if you don't have this, you're going to have to get creative and figure it out. And here it is on me. It's just hovering above my head. Now I have low door frames, so I had to bend down quite a bit. And as you can see, mine does lean a little bit here, but you're not going to tell. I decided I actually needed that tubing, the black part, to be sturdy. So I found this glow stick kind of jump rope thing from the Dollar Tree. My daughter had it in her room. You could use a hanger, a wire hanger, and I made a circle out of it, and I just taped it on the inside of that black circle just to keep that really sturdy and keep it in place as well so it wasn't leaning as much. And then you're gonna, I got this from, I think it was Party City or Hobby Lobby actually. They had this see-through kind of party banner streamer thing. They have these at the Dollar Tree. I did see them. I wanted this clear color, so I went over to Hobby Lobby and found it there. And now I'm just taping it around that UFO, not the black part, but the gray part, okay? And this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be beaming me up. And of course I had to trim it a little bit to fit my height. And here I am, guys. This was the coolest costume. Everybody was dying, and I won costume contest, first place for this thing. So it might take you a couple hours, but it's worth it.